What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what real estate investors don't tell you. So let's say you're starting out with wholesaling real estate, fix and flip, or real estate investing in rental properties, and you either follow people on YouTube or on Instagram and you're learning what they do and how they can help you to bring you to the level that they are at or even higher, right? Or maybe you met some real estate investors in real life and you asked them some questions. How did that go? What are some things that are actually happening behind the scenes as real estate investors? And what are some things they're not 100% upfront? Not that they want to withhold any truth from you. It's just because it's like part of their day. It's just part of their normal course of action that they don't even think to tell you certain things about being a real estate investor, about being a wholesaler, a flipper, a rental property owner. So in today's video, I want to break down what some real estate investors won't tell you, either intentionally or unintentionally. So for me personally, I wholesale real estate and I officially closed on my very first rental property, and now I'm looking to flip my very first property. I have flipped a property before, but I just cleaned it out and then put it back on the market, so I don't really count that as a flip. But what are some things that I probably haven't shared to a greater extent, or what I learned from other real estate investors, just talking to them and getting into the nitty-gritty of exactly what they do. So the first thing I want to talk about that a lot of real estate investors probably won't tell you is that it costs money, that the cash that they're making is a lot of times not as much as you think. So for example, just hearing like podcasts where they go more in detail about what a specific real estate investor is doing, you always hear stories of these real estate investors, like especially early on, where they were making a ton of money, but it wasn't translating into their bank account, right? Because they had so much expenses. They had all these costs associated with running a wholesaling business, running a flipping business, with owning rentals and all the maintenance requests and everything like that. I recently heard a podcast from a local real estate investor that I've talked to personally a lot of times and asked questions and even partnered on deals with before. And he was just talking about how like this month is like 30 or 40 rental properties that he has. He won't be cash flowing this month. It's like, what? Aren't you supposed to have this down pat at this point of your life? But no, sometimes I think real estate investors, especially the veteran ones, won't tell you that. And so I applaud him for telling people that, right? Because it's not always the best months every single month, right? Some months you break even, some months you're losing money, some months you're just making a ton of money. And more often than not, yes, they're cash flowing, they're making good money, but they still have debt, they still have expenses and other things to take care of. And so I want this to be clear for you all, especially as beginner real estate investors or wholesalers, that just because like in the beginning you're not making money, or in the beginning you're not seeing the success that you think your real estate investor guru is getting at the moment, it's okay, because they are currently experiencing those same failures, right? Of course, they know how to navigate their failures better and their mistakes better and avoid certain mistakes more often than beginners, but they do make mistakes. And I think that just makes it more relatable if there will be more upfront about the downtimes of their business and the months when they're not cash flowing, or the months where they didn't get a flip or they didn't get a wholesale deal and other things like that. Because I tell you, it does happen even for big companies, even for big time real estate investors. The next thing I want to talk about, what real estate investors probably won't tell you, is that they rely heavily on their network. So their network of people, like who they surround themselves and other things like that. So especially beginning in their real estate journey, I've been learning, just talking with them, just learning about their life and other things like that. A lot of real estate investors, yes, it seems like it's only them just building that business. But once they bring it up to a point where they can kind of step back from the business and it's just running, all the extra money they're making is only because of other people they know, which is crazy, right? Because they come to a point where, hey, now I want to do this venture. Let me just go to someone who is already established in this side of the business or on this separate business and just partner with them. Bring my funds, bring my capital, bring what I can bring to the table, right? And then that honestly explodes their business, right? Now they're going from $1 million to $5 million. And so that extra $4 million, it doesn't take as much work as it was to bring their company from $0 to $1 million, because now they have a network of people that they can rely on and that people are skilled in their set. and they're skilled in their set, and they bring that together and they make awesome business transactions and awesome business ideals. And so the reason why I think that should be said, which a lot of real estate investors don't say, is because it's so important to heavily pound like beginners, like make as much networks as you can, connect with people. And it's okay, like in the beginning, it's going to be harder, right? Because you don't have a network of people, because you don't have an established business where a big time real estate investors can trust you or can rely upon you, because you're not there on the expertise level or on the skill level where they need you to be, right? And so when you establish that business and it's consistent and everything, then they're more likely to trust you and to work with you. So another big thing that I learned about real estate investors that you probably don't hear is that they know how to pivot. They know when to pivot too, right? So you see this housing market, you see what's going on, and a lot of people are saying a lot of different things online. But at the end of the day, investors in the real estate game, they're going to make money, right? And so whether it's going down or the economy is going up, they're going to find a way to make money. And so, especially with this economy at its peak, it's showing signs of decline right now. One thing that a lot of real estate investors are doing is, number one, holding on cash so they can take advantage of opportunities that come their way with lower prices. And number two, one of the biggest things that they're probably not telling you is that they're still actively buying and working in their business, right? They're still actively flipping properties. They're still actively buying rentals. Yes, their buying criteria might be a little bit different because of the interest rates, but they're not shutting down their business. They're making money. They're going as hard as they would as they did last year. So trust me, if they say, oh, do this, don't slow down, don't listen to that. Don't slow down, you all. Yes, adjust like, okay, well, now the interest rates are this. So if I'm going to birth this property, I'm going to have to buy it at a lower price, because when I refinance it, blase. So everything is the same, right? Your criteria is still the same, because you still want to cash flow a certain amount and other things like that. Make sure all your formulas and calculation make sense. But it's so important to know that you can pivot, but like at the same time, don't slow down what you're currently doing in your business. And so, yeah, trust me, like these real estate investors, they're going as hard right now. Even the economy is showing signs of decline. They're just making small pivots, small adjustments, but they're not slowing down their operation. Trust me. All right, you all, comment down below, what are some other things that you think real estate investors or even some gurus online, on YouTube, on Instagram are telling you or not telling you? What information do you think they're withholding from you? If there's any information that you think I'm withholding from you all, please let me know. Comment down below so I can be as transparent as I possibly can, because I'm just documenting my journey, whatever it is, if it's bad, if it's good right now. So I know a lot of you all enjoy this content. So be sure to subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. Talk to you all later.